Alright folks, it's Max coming to you today with the Snapmaker U1. If you don't know about the Snapmaker U1, this is the new machine from Snapmaker that has 4 tool heads. Snapmaker was nice enough to send this unit over to Ecovate 3D in Raleigh, and Ecovate 3D has made it so that some of us smaller creators can get time with this machine to see how it is and share it with you folks. I really want to thank Snapmaker and Ecovate 3D for this opportunity. Alright guys, so we got a few things here. I don't know if any of you know, but I have never printed a benchy in my life. But this is the benchy that come off here. I did not print this. They printed this here. This was a under 2 hour benchy with the multiple colors. Looking pretty good here. You can see we got a little bit of stuff there. The standard lines are here. This benchy line's pretty, the whole line's not bad. Overhang's pretty good. Alright, this is a print in place flashlight that I designed, and we did print this out with some conductive filament inside. I did not have my tolerances right on this one, so I'm here today and we're going to reprint this and see if we can get this going. Alright, I'm going to get this thing set up and maybe show y'all a little bit of the slicer and show you how fast this machine actually moves. Alright, for the first model I did slice that with the Orca slicer that Snapmaker sent. But for this second model, I sliced it in Orca Slicer. I just added the profile to there, downloaded my model, sliced it. It said it was going to be about 4 hours and 38 minutes. And I always like to look through and see how it's going to slice, especially with things like this. As you can see, that red there is our conductive filament. We printed that in TPU, and because we printed that in TPU, we had to put those interlocking bars there because TPU does not like to stick to PLA. Alright, after it's done its calibrations, we've started here. These tool head changes are amazingly fast. So we're going to let this model finish printing out, and we're going to see if it will work when we put a battery and LED in it. Fingers crossed, but you can see the capability of this multicolor machine and the multi-material aspect of it could add a lot to your next project. So my first impressions on this machine are the tool head changes are lightning fast. They say 5 seconds. It probably is 5 seconds to actually change the head, maybe less. If you actually blink when it's going back to change the head, you will miss it. It's pretty quick. But somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds, it can change the head, purge, and get back to the print, which is way quicker than most machines using AMS system of some type that are all going through a single tool head. These tool head changes are amazingly fast. Okay, so we're finally back up here at Ecovate 3D, and our model did print out. So we've printed this twice now. This was the first one I designed, and my tolerances were a little off, so my switch didn't work. This is the second one. I added some grips on the side so that we can make sure, and this does have the filament on the inside that's conductive, and the switch moves. I do not know if it conducts yet. You know, this is new technology, folks. We've not been able to have this. I could not run TPU in my other multi-material systems that I have. So this is a game changer, and I'm not expecting this to work the first time. If it did, that would be a miracle, but I am going to test it out now, and we're going to see. We're going to put a battery in it, we're going to put an LED in it, and let's see if this actually worked. But let's look at the quality here. Looks pretty good. Do got a fat line there, and that would be indicative of like a benchy hole line because we can see that it's where the floor is on this. So you can tune that out a little bit. I did use Orca slicer on this model here. This one was sliced with the Snapmaker, and like I said, the model has changed a little bit. Focus. The model has changed a little bit since I printed this one. And this was with the Snapmaker. This was with Orca slicer. The top surface looks good. I've not done any tuning on this. This is straight out of the box. So let's get a battery and let's see if this works. All right, we've got our LED here, and we're just going to install that into the holes. All right, the LED is kind of in here. It would work better if I had a brand new one, but it's just something I pulled out of something back here. So I'm not really sure which way this battery goes in because I'm not sure which leg of it. And like I said, it doesn't feel like it's making a very good connection in here. So I don't think this actually worked, folks. The design, and I will release the CAD files of this if you want to improve on this or if you want to try to play with it. I don't know what the resistance is of this conductive filament, but I figured 9 volts, it would lose enough voltage through there to not burn out a 3-volt LED. But, and this LED feels a little, so I will be releasing the step files for this to anybody that wants to give this a try. I've already put my $30 deposit down on one of these, and I am actively trying to find the money to afford the rest of it, and I will be backing this Kickstarter if I can get that money in order. This is a pretty fast machine, folks. It's kind of a game changer when it comes to multicolor. Yes, you can only use the 4 colors currently, but for most things, that's going to be all you need. And me personally, I'm more interested in the multi-material aspect of it so that I can do stuff like this fun project and try to do some printed circuits. I just need more time with the machine to fine-tune my design and fine-tune my model. And I'm not going to be able to do this with any other machine except for a multi-tool head machine. And being I'll probably not be building a multi-tool head machine for myself, I'm going to be waiting until I get my Snapmaker. All right, guys, I'm not considering this a fail at all because I've got to use this really cool machine, and I'm really interested in this multi-material system because being able to print TPU, ABS, PLA, all this stuff in this machine is just going to be a game changer for the creativity and the stuff we can do. I will be releasing these files, so if you want to go download the step files and you want to give your hand at making this work, feel free. And I really want to thank Ecovate 3D and Snapmaker for making this machine available to small-time creators like myself, that we could try new, inventive stuff out that has been on our minds for a long time, but the technology that we currently have has not allowed us to do it. All right, folks, so I'm going to be really interested to get my machine and do some more testing on models like this and see what my mind can come up with for the use of 4 tool heads on a machine using multi-materials. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all sitting through my questionable editing here, but I am going to be getting better at this, and I would really appreciate if you'd give me a little like and give me a follow, because I've got a lot more stuff coming to y'all soon. I appreciate you, and I hope your next project comes out perfect.